Hey, and welcome to Beach Boss Influencers podcast. I'm Adrian Lindeen, and I am joined here today with our awesome Russian badass cat, Krasilnikoff. And today, we are going to be chatting about what is working right now in network marketing. But before we hop into that, I'm going to pass it over to Kat.
Yeah,
Um,
I like how you said influencers. So we are Beach Boss Influencers, and we are a coaching community for marketers, entrepreneurs, home business owners who want to master the power of influence marketing and social media. Because what we see a lot going on right now, that people think that they do in influence marketing and they do social media marketing, but in the reality, what they do is they do an old school online. So, what is old school online? We're going to cover it for you. And also, we're going to share what actually is working.
Yeah. So, I want to kind of give a little like aha moment here to people who are listening. So maybe some of this jargon and this language we're using might be going over some of your heads, especially if you're brand new about, marketing and, all that type of stuff. Well, if you're an entrepreneur, you're in network marketing, you're building a business, right? And so, when I was very green and new to network marketing, I really kind of didn't get that concept. I knew it was a business, but I didn't really feel like I was this business owner and I wasn't treating it that way. Right. It was kind of this cute little thing on the side to help me, slowly have another stream of income and work my way up to bigger goals. But really, I was lacking marketing strategies because at the end of the day, you still have to move a product, right? You're selling a product, whether it's physical, whether it's, digital, whether it's whatever that looks like. You're selling a product, you have to move that product, and you're also hoping to bring in other like-minded people and build a team of people that are doing the same thing, right? Well, how do you do that, right? How would any business, right? Brick and mortar business get people's attention to help sell their product, get more people into the front of their in through their doors, right? Looking at their what it is they have to offer, right? Getting people to buy. Well, you're doing the same thing on social media. So what a lot of people struggle with is an actual marketing strategy, right?
Yeah.
And so let's kind of talk about, and I want you to think about that, right? Like, okay, so showing up every day on social media, you're marketing yourself, right? And a lot of times right now, people are struggling. They're kind of hitting their head against a wall trying to get results because their marketing strategy or what they're being taught, right, isn't getting them the results.
And I want to point out that although the industry is called network marketing, we're actually not taught how to network properly and how to market. We're taught how to prospect, how to sell. But when it comes to marketing, we think that we're doing marketing, but it's actually far from marketing. We're doing prospecting, or we're doing what I call old school online, when you were told make a list of 100 people, right? People make the same lists, but from people they know on social media, and they hit everyone on that list with generic copy and paste. Would you look at my opportunity message? And what they get in return is a lot of rejection, people getting blocked. They hate the process because they feel like they're salesy weirdos and they don't want to build their business that way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, after I kind of did a lot of those things for many years, I was really burnt out and very turned off by that because of all the rejection. I mean, you can only go for no so many times, right? Where it's like you feel, beaten down and defeated and, thinking, gosh, there has to be another way
Better
to do
way.
this.
I actually was at the point of throwing it in the towel because I absolutely hated the process. I mean, I could get out of my comfort zone and do what I was told for a minute. But at the end of the day, I did not want to make living that way because that's ridiculous, right? And I was at the point where if I don't learn a different way how to do it, there's no point for me doing it at all. And at that time, I was already at leadership rank, and who would want to quit at that point? But that's where I was. And a lot of people will not share this kind of information with you, right? You think, oh, if you in leadership rank, everything is amazing and just keep doing what's working, so who cares if you hate it? That's how everyone else is doing it. But reality is, if you're not enjoying the process, you're not going to be so excited to share that process with others, and that's going to keep you holding you back and keep you stuck, right? So what I want to cover a little bit, what is influence marketing? What's the difference, right? And why is it so exciting and it's actually working right now on social media?
Yeah. So, influence marketing is the exact opposite of what we were taught, and I say we, and I'm talking about us beaches, and maybe some listeners who are listening into this right now.
I'm going to warn
Um,
everyone that some things that we're going to say going to be the exact opposite of what your upline is teaching you. But like Adrian said, it's a business, right? If you're going
mhm.
to keep waiting for what your upline is going to teach you, and they might teach you good stuff that works for them, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And if you're already seeing that you're doing it, but it's not working, it's time to take that initiative to be a leader of your own business and take different action if you want different results.
Exactly. And that's what I did. So I recognized, man, and I mean, I reached to the top of upline and leaders in my organization, to the very top of a massive organization, and had this 2 hour, mastermind. I remember we were at an event and I'm like, I'm doing this. And he was like, all right, let's meet and let's game plan. Right. And it was the same thing I was already doing. He actually told me to go make another list. Okay. And I actually went and sat on that plane, my husband and I, and we made a list of 1,200 people. And we started going through that list, and we ended up getting one sign up. And it was a cousin, right? Who felt bad for us, I'm assuming at this point. But so I identified that I'm doing the same things that this super successful upline was doing. So what am I missing here? Okay. And what I was missing was influence and a network. Okay. And what that means is big leaders like him can continue to do those things because they've already built a team and they already have influence
And they
and
already have a network.
they have a massive network. Okay. I had beat my network, my warm network dry. I mean, gosh, anybody they wanted nothing to do with kind of what I was offering. I was super excited and my bubble was constantly burst over and over. And it wasn't until I started growing a network outside of my friends and family and implementing influence marketing strategies where I'm showing up on social media differently. Instead of telling everybody about how amazing my stuff is and shoving it in everyone's face, which I now am aware of, that actually pushed people away, right? It kind of portrayed me as this salesy billboard for my company, right? And anytime I showed up on social media, it's like, there's that Adrian girl and she's that skincare chick or whatever, right?
Well,
That's who I was,
let me tell you very quick why people hold on to these strategies, because it actually works in the beginning for your warm market. Like your mom can buy from posts like this, your sister, your neighbor, because they want to support you and they already know, like you, and trust you. You already have influence over those people, right? So it kind of seems like, oh, it works because I made a sale or two, right? So I'm
Right,
just going to keep doing it and
right.
making more sales. But in reality, it doesn't work because you need to grow your network, and people who don't know you yet, who you don't have influence over, they will look at you like, oh, that's just another girl who sells X, Y, and Z, right? Why do I need to buy it from her? I have better relationship with Amazon or DoorDash, whatever.
Yeah, Amazon for sure. But, where you said it works until it doesn't work, it's until you've run through that warm market. And then who do you have to talk to? Oh, guess what? Now we're doing what I did next. We're now prospecting waiters, waitresses, bartenders, right? Trying to strike up
Cashiers,
conversation in the
a
grocery
mailman.
store, right? I mean, and it just gave me the heebie-jeebies, okay, after some time. And, so when I started to show up differently, okay, and here's where it becomes different versus me being a billboard and everyone knows me as attached to my company versus who I am, right? Who am I? What do I enjoy doing? What am I passionate about? How can I help others who follow me on social media, right? And I started showing up differently and giving value. So here's where we started implementing influence marketing to attract, right? To attract people to you. I mean, imagine how how you would feel, like how that would be for you if you're listening, that you've been chasing all these people and following up. And maybe there's people month after month that you're consistently chasing, and they're like, get with me in 3 months, and you have your hopes up and all this stuff. But imagine never having to prospect anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, we stopped prospecting 4 years ago because we started implementing influence marketing and showing up by giving value, right? And sharing vulnerable aspects in our life and sharing that we're real people and sharing benefits of what our products do for people. Okay. And what this business can do for people versus telling them what it is and all the ingredients that are in it, right? Like a salesperson.
I want to point out that we might sound a little bit rough right now, right? And like criticizing people who are doing it. And I want to tell you, we absolutely have love and passion for people who are still doing that because we were in those shoes before and we know how it feels, what's going to happen. And we're just telling you what's going to happen next, right? And
Yeah.
what other options. So I absolutely don't want to offend people who are still doing that. Sometimes you have to make those mistakes, right? To learn something new or wanting a different way. And I want to break someone's belief right now that some people are going to get totally shocked.
Ooh, she's the belief breaker. The belief breaker.
So when we say, provide value and show up on social media, a lot of network marketers think that the only value they can provide is their products
Mhm.
and what they do for people. Although it's absolutely amazing, most of our products are amazing in what they do for people, but it's not the value that you can provide for people. It's not the value that's going to attract people. And that's where everyone gets confused. So if I don't have my products, I don't have anything. That's what majority of people think. And this is not true. So we are here to teach you how to not to be attached to your products. They are a bonus for those people who are going to start following you and wanting to buy from you whatever you're selling, whether you're in this company or in that company. They absolutely not going to care because if it's coming from you, it means that it's that good. Like I have to buy it
Because
right now.
because you've influenced them in some way or another. You've built a relationship with them and, building a what we call know, like, and trust, right? When you have people that show that are engaged in what you put out on social media and they're showing up and following you, they start to trust those things that you're putting out. They start to get to know who you are because of what you're sharing, right? And that builds influence. And like Kat says, when you have influence over that network, that audience of people, whatever it is that you're going to put out there, they're going to raise their hand. And that's why this is such a big game changer. And I am going to add on there that, yes, we're not here to offend anybody. We are sharing this because we walked it, right? We've been there, but we're also, what we're known for is being 100% authentic. And we're going to put those things out there, and we're going to talk about things that, maybe a lot of people and a lot of leaders are, won't talk about. But that's kind of, that's who we are.
That's who we are. Yes.
And
And
that's
we
why our
walk,
audience and our community, appreciates and loves us.
yeah, we walk the walk that you're walking right now, but we are probably few steps ahead and we're just sharing our wisdom and our experience. So, let's talk about what is actually working right now on social media. I know there is one ninja strategy right now that some people are really scared to dive into, and some people are crushing it. So, should people do it just not to miss out, or actually there's more more to it than just silly,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm gonna break it" videos?
There you go. And maybe some of y'all heard that, right? So short video marketing, okay? And I'm sure some of you cringed when you heard that, because here comes like the hairs on the back of your neck, maybe the sweaty armpits that, I got to put myself out there visibly, right? And yes, that's absolutely what's working right now, and is showing that it's the fastest way to grow your audience, your new network, your audience outside of your friends and family. Grow that audience of raving fans. But it doesn't have to be super difficult to do. You don't have to be techie, right? You don't have to learn all the dances in order to grow this audience, get tons of views. And I'm talking short video. Again, this would be like TikTok, Reels, going live on Facebook, IG live, right? TikTok
Stories.
live, stories, okay? Facebook stories, all those are all short video marketing. And, my business, I know, wouldn't be where it is now, if I sat on the sidelines and I didn't jump in to actual live video. But as our society kind of has, continued to, uh, you know, grow with technology and on social media, and we're constantly, updating the platforms, micro content, so smaller video, short form video is actually what is leading the charge out on social media. And it doesn't take a long time to be able to grow a network. I mean, you look at a lot of people on TikTok and Reels who, maybe started a challenge and in 30 days have grown their following by thousands, right? It really just comes down to saying, okay, this is what I'm going to commit to for the next 30 days. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to show up every single day. And let's go, right?
Yeah.
But like, why don't you? Because I know that there's people on here, like I said earlier, who might have cringed when they heard video. And it is definitely going to push you outside your comfort zone if it's not something that you're already doing. So I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about some other
I
things that
wanna
come up, with when it comes to video and what stops people
Yeah.
from.
I want to point
um,
out that longer video that when Facebook just rolled out Facebook Lives and then Instagram started doing them and other platforms, YouTube, it's definitely still the most effective way to build relationships and convert your prospect into buyers, but you're not going to attract a new audience with a 15, 20, 30-minute video because attention span of people is really short, right? So micro content, 7 to 10 second videos, maximum 30 seconds, is that's what it takes now to attract people to you, to grow your tribe. And this strategy works really well if you want to grow your audience, stop the scroll, get attention, and also you can still build a relationship and build influence. I actually gonna give you an example. Was scrolling through my Instagram, and I'm usually not on Instagram at all. It's not my platform, not my favorite platform, but I was scrolling. Usually I do research or whatever, right? What other people are doing. And here's showed up a reel with the girl who is talking about Russian accent and how choppy it sounds. And I'm like, dang, I sound like that. So, and then she starts speaking with no accent at all. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, how is that possible? So she gave it, example of two ways that person can speak. And I'm like, I definitely speak like that first one. So, anyways, what happened? She grabbed my attention right away because whatever she was talking about was relevant to me. What I did then, I scrolled through her other reels. They were hilarious. And I noticed that she was really good at what she's doing, teaching people how to get rid of accents. So, and in the past, I actually spent money trying to get rid of my accent, and it didn't work, as you can you can notice. It didn't work at all. So I scrolled through her profile, and there was a link to book a free consultation. So guess what? I did. After watching 10 of her reels, like she was hilarious, she was amazing, and we talked on that call the next day for probably an hour, and she has a program where she guarantees people results. Although I didn't sign up for her program right now,
I was gonna say I still hear the accent, so you must not
but
have signed
I
up.
actually will in a few months because that's something I want to do.
Oh.
And it will be like I can speak with my accent on demand, but it's not going to come out all the time. So it's just when she asked me, why do you want to do it? I told her that I want to prove to people if you put your mind into anything, right? And put time and effort and dedicate time to master the skill set, you can achieve anything. Basically, me speaking with no accent, or you can teach a monkey how to, I don't know, jump hula hoops or whatever, anything, right? You can learn anything. That was my point. I'm not even doing it for myself because I've lived with the accent for over 20 years, but to prove people and inspire people that if you put your mind and effort, you can achieve anything. So that was kind of like it for me. I just want to show people that if you want to be a ballerina in 2 years, you can be. If you want to be a badass network marketer, you can be, but you have to build your skill set and build your network and build that influence. So this is the power of short video. I almost spent several thousand of dollars to, for something that I just saw a reel on social media. So that's how powerful it is. So, but I know that a lot of people thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want to dance. I don't want to point. I don't want to wear weird costumes and whatnot. You absolutely don't have to do that, right? You can just show up. Usually, how I record my reels, I will decide, okay, what message I want to tell my people today, what they might need to hear, right? And I will record a 15, 30-second video, but straight to the point, speaking to the person that I want to impact. And that works. And it takes a minute a day. So why wouldn't you want to get onto something that is so powerful and so easy to create?
Well, fear holds a lot of people back about putting themselves out there, right? How am I going to look? How am I going to sound? What are people going to think? What are they going to say about me? But if you continue to allow your fears to hold you back, you're not going to get where you want to be in this
Absolutely.
business. In this business. I mean, how many times have we all gone to a network marketing event, maybe it's a company or outside your company, and we talk about stepping outside of your comfort zone. If you want to grow and you want your business to grow and you want to hit those ranks and you want to have this team and you want to have that life that is possible with this vehicle, right? You got to step outside, but I will promise you, you're not going to die from doing a reel or a story or a TikTok. But once you do, okay, you're going to feel so empowered and like the adrenaline's going to kick in, and once you're done, you're going to feel so accomplished and empowered and know that you can do it. And it's just all about waking up the next day and doing that behavior over and over each day, over and over. Very simple, Very simple to implement for something that will grow your network, help you build a relationship with that network where the influence happens. So then when you are recommending, okay, you're recommending to your following, you've got to, if you want this result, right? If you want this benefit, go here and grab it, and your people are going to raise their hand and they're going to move. And that's how the magic happens.
Yeah. And for those people who are listening to us right now and they're like, yeah, whatever you're saying making sense, but where do I even start? Like, oh my gosh, right? How do I grow a network on social media without being a salesy, spammy weirdo? Right? How do I build relationships? Even, I'm an introvert. For me, it was painful, but I figured out how to build those relationships passively without the small talk, without talking about weather and dogs and flowers. And how you can promote your stuff or even sell millions of dollars worth of stuff without actually being or plastering your products on social media. It is possible. And for those people who are wondering right now, well, yeah, that sounds good, but how? We have a special event happening for you. It's a masterclass that will be happening very soon online, and there will be a link somewhere above or below, so see where you can find the link to register for this masterclass, and I will let Adrian talk more about what you're going to learn there.
Yeah. So in this masterclass, we're really going to be breaking down, those three simple steps that I kind of just talked about a little bit. But how and where to find, right? I'm sure people are like, where are these people hanging out that I'm supposed to attract, right? So, how and where to find them, right? Your perfect prospects for your specific business, because everybody's is going to be different depending on the niche that you're in, and then how do I actually build that know, like, and trust quickly and get more engagement on your content, right? Getting in front of more of your people's eyeballs. And then how to easily promote your business, promote your products, and enroll your perfect prospects without feeling, like that salesy weirdo that we've been talking about here.
Yeah.
So we're super excited to break this down for you more in depth
Yeah, because it's
on
gonna
this
take a little
masterclass.
bit longer than 20 minutes. So, yes, and I wanna point out that spots are very limited, so if you're someone who ready to take your business to the next level and you want all the details you can get, so grab that link, and we will be giving away for free one of our best courses for those people who show up for that masterclass, so you don't wanna miss that.
I mean, you just got to show up and hang out with us, and you're going to get, one of our freebies that's worth, hundreds of dollars in value. And so we are super excited to be doing this masterclass. So make sure you grab that link wherever it is, get registered, and come hang out with us.
Yeah. So it was absolutely amazing hanging out with you guys today and with Adrian and talk about a lot of things that are not talked in network marketing or social media marketing in general. So I had absolute blast and we will see you next time.
Bye.